new 48 Fastcast.
Welcome in, y'all. 7:01. Thanks for joining us for the 48 Fastcast. We have several big stories to bring you, but first, let's talk about that weather. It is rainy.
I mean, it is a rainy start to the day. You know, several different times today we've heard the rain in the studio here hitting the roof.
Yep, and not everyone's seeing the rain. You might have seen it earlier when you were sleeping, but when heading out, you've got wet roadways to deal with. You've got some poor visibility, low clouds. Watch out for ponding and puddles. And this is actually pretty widespread rain compared to what we've seen over the past 2 weeks. It's been a pretty dry stretch for us. And today does bring the best opportunity of actually seeing some good rainfall totals across the area. It's not drought busting rain, but it's better than nothing. Today, like I mentioned, best chance of rain just kind of off and on as we go through the morning into the afternoon. A few storms popping up later. Thankfully, not forecasting any form of severe storms. Tomorrow morning could bring us some early sprinkles. Same thing on Thursday. Then a beautiful stretch of days coming Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and even into next week. Some real fall temperatures. We actually have some mornings down the road where we're waking up in the low 50s. So the heater might be coming on a little sooner than you expect. But for today, hard to pinpoint exactly when and where the heaviest widespread rain will be, but it will continue at any given point of the day. We're still in the warm sector, but the cooler temperatures and drier air coming behind this front. That comes in later on this evening, overnight into tomorrow.
This is your 48 First Alert Road Report, sponsored by Bankston Motorhomes.
All right, taking a look at your traffic, we're already seeing those wet roads this morning on 565 going through the Madison area, and I think that's causing some of the slowdowns that we've been seeing as well on 565, this near County Line Road. As you can see there, people taking a little bit extra time getting into the Huntsville area. Overall, though, within Huntsville, things not looking too bad this morning, which is pretty good. Drive times overall, Decatur to Huntsville, about 23 minutes. Gina.
Jonathan, thank you. Happening today, a Decatur man charged with murder for a deadly weekend shooting is set to be in court to find out if he'll be granted bond. This happened Saturday afternoon at a home on Mud Tavern Road near Danville Road. Decatur police say when they got there, they found a man who'd been shot dead. That man was identified as Mason Collison. Police arrested Nathan Aldridge in connection to this. We're told the two lived at that home. Investigators have not mentioned a possible motive for the shooting. Aldridge is set to have an Anna's Law hearing later today.
Only a few more hours until we get to tell you about Rock the South's lineup for next year. Only a few more until that time. In the South, the lineup will be coming out. Now, Rock the South organizers have been teasing the highly anticipated release of the lineup. Luckily, leaders say that the release will be happening later this morning at 10 o'clock. Now, in the past, we've seen some big names such as Luke Combs, Eric Church, and Jelly Roll take the stage. Now, it's something that they say could be the best lineup that we've seen so far.
It's a lineup, I think, for everybody. I think there's really something for everybody. There's some massive names. There's some names with some state recognition that's on fire right now. I'll just say that. Some that are pretty local to here. But I do believe that fans of this style of music, young and old, will have a great time at Rock the South this year.
Now, we'll share the performance lineup as soon as it's released, so make sure to download the WAFF 48 app. Well, Decatur City Council also approved a pay bump for city employees. That one-time pay increase is going to be $2,000. Sworn police officers were not included in this pay hike. City leaders debated on a one-time payment versus a cost of living adjustment.
This year, because of just the economy, the way things are, looking at potential revenues, we did not do the COLA. We did a one-time pay increase. That's kind of the two options you typically look at, is a one-time pay increase, which is essentially a bonus.
Now, this one-time payment is something employees will see in one paycheck.
Well, in Florence, the City Council will be considering voting on a $90 million budget for the 2025-2026 fiscal year later today. Our partners at the Times Daily say the budget does not include a pay raise for employees. Among the projects in the budget are money for a new fire station at North Franklin Street and Mahogany Avenue. The budget requires unanimous consent from council to be voted on today. The proposal would move to the next meeting on October 21st if that consent is not reached.
Well, coming up on 48 News today, one man has been helping to upkeep people's lawns throughout the Tennessee Valley for free and even around the country. And now he has a question for the White House.
Well, his name is Rodney Smith Jr., and he's no stranger to us here at 48. For years, we've been covering his service to our community.
Yeah, and his tool of choice, well, it's a lawnmower. Rodney's main passion is serving those in need through lawn care service. And he doesn't just provide that service here in the Tennessee Valley. He's currently on a 50-state lawn tour, serving veterans. Each stop in every state, Smith takes the time to mow veterans' lawns and share their story, posting the interview on social media. And he started the tour on September 17th, and not even a month later, he's already covered 49 states. But Smith says his goal for this tour doesn't stop at 50. He wants to mow at Arlington National Cemetery, but now that has a pretty big hurdle that's come his way.
With the government shutdown right now, I'm not too sure how soon or even when it will be possible, but there are conversations going on to make that possible and probably even more at the White House as well.
Now, while he plays the waiting game, he'll continue his tour. Right now, he's currently in Alaska. And later this week, he'll head over to Hawaii to finish the tour up. Now, Ronnie's journey, you can follow him on X.
Now, your first alert weather with meteorologist Eric Burke.
And that grass up in Alaska, I'm guessing it's probably turning dormant a little faster than ours is. And our grass is actually getting a good drink of water. Might actually have to mow a couple more times for the season. We are tracking rainfall moving from southwest off to the northeast. And this will just continue just off and on in nature through the rest of your morning into the afternoon, even the early evening. We look at the model rainfall data. This is all the way through Thursday evening, but most of this is going to come down today through the morning into the afternoon. Safe play is a quarter to half an inch of rain. Some of you, the outliers, could see an inch or more of rainfall. Not drought busting rain, but hey, we'll take it. Low clouds, the rain itself, some fog, poor visibility along 72 there into parts of Madison as well as Jackson County into northeast Alabama. Temperatures are warm, muggy too in the low to mid 70s. Another breezy day, south-southeasterly wind 8 to 10 miles per hour sustained, gusting 15 to 20. It will not rain from start to finish today, but we are anticipating some storms developing through the afternoon into the evening. Those storms will not be severe. Another breezy day tomorrow. Cooler, drier air comes in for the end of the week. Weekend looks great for A&M homecoming, and next week looks promising as well.
All right, love to see that for sure, especially for homecoming this upcoming weekend.
Yeah, thank you for joining us for the 48 Fastcast. Keep it on 48, where we have more news, weather, and traffic all morning long.